Yo, how's it going,
JM,
everyone? Hello, hello,
JM.
hello.
JM.
No.
Hello. How's it going?
Hello.
Okay, so today's a special call because it's going to be boring as fuck. You know, right? We are essentially okay. So essentially, it's essentially really boring and stuff. And but that's the whole point, right? It's like we're gonna go through because we are going to go through the we're gonna go through all the so essentially I think about 6 months ago JUP launched, and then what we did was that we had a extremely exhaustive run through of the token auto minting ritual, and then so we're doing an audit to kind of track all the JUP that's happened since then. Okay, and this is actually part of our initiative, right? To make sure that part of initiative to make sure that the highest level of accounting and integrity is always like preserved for the JUP launch. Yeah. So yeah. So that's the right attitude. Like some guys saying let's get bored, and this is exactly what's gonna happen. Okay, we're gonna get bored. All right. So one thing you need to be sure is that in this audit, right, is we did our best to try to reconcile everything, because token movements can get really messy, right? But we did our really best to kind of make sure that everything is like lined up and documented. Yeah, so I think without further ado, and so one more thing to actually mention is that this is actually a really important prelude, right, to a token reduction supply, right? Because before we can actually talk about the token reduction supply, token supply reduction, we actually have to actually have an extremely clear state of what is going on right now. So that's actually important. Okay, cool. All right. Johnny, John, just go through it real quick. Yeah, and but sorry. One thing real quick is that I posted the link to the again. I posted a link in the comments on YouTube, and if you're watching on Twitter, the link is right below in the replies. Okay.
Oh, edit
cool.
Discord as well.
Yeah. Push on Discord as well.
Cool.
Thank you. Yeah. So everyone can actually go through it. And then if anyone has only, yes, that is Lady Killer right there. Right, no, right. Right.
JM.
But no worries. Today he's going to be very boring. So
Today I'm boring.
no lady killing going on today. And no pull today as well. Okay, there's no pull today. There's no lady killing today. Today is a very boring session where we go through we have a recording that explains all things in detail, right? To give more context to the research post. And again, this is DeFi's, probably crypto's very first, right, community audit. So we've got no idea what's gonna be done here. We just wanna really make sure that everyone who holds JUP or is part of the community has extremely good credibility, have a good trust, right? Know that all the JUP that has been minted will be accounted for properly. Yeah, so the point. Okay. Yeah. I'll do a very TLDR. Essentially, and I help the Johnny's. Okay. Essentially, I think we had a launch pool, where we sold a number of tokens, and a lot of tokens were unsold. And then since then we haven't touched any tokens since then, right? And also we also allocated a number of tokens for the liquidity provision, and we use a small fraction of it, and everything else will be laid out by DJ Mom. Okay, cool. Suju, anything to add before DJ Mom goes ahead?
Nope. I'll just walk through with DJ Mom, everything. Yeah, excited to do
Awesome.
it.
You guys go for it.
Cool. JM, everyone. This is
JM.
Jupiter's DJ Mom again. Been a couple of months since we last spoke. I'm still growing out my Harvard funds as we speak. Anyway, today I'll be sharing this session for the community audit. It's been, I think, nearly exactly 6 months since our token launch. Yep, so as part of the CAT Pact, y'all can look at the video again. We are committed to doing this audit on a regular basis if everyone finds it useful. So the scope of this audit will track the inflow and outflow of tokens from the point of minting onwards across the 4 multi-sig wallets. Just to recap, we do have like 4 multi-sig wallets. If you were to look at this, yeah, some of you might recall this diagram. Yeah, There are 1, 2, 3, 4. So we'll be tracking this. So we do not include tokens already distributed. And then some terminologies so that we are all aligned. So when we talk about holdings, we are talking about the actual amount of tokens that are held in those wallets. When we mention allocations, we talk about the distribution plans of the tokens. And when we say distributed tokens, we refer to tokens that are already, distributed out of these wallets for usage. And when we talk about reserved tokens, we refer to tokens still held inside these wallets, but designated for future use. So let's look in the point of mint. Y'all can look at Mel's plan again and previous research post. So in summary, right, let's look at this table, it'll be easier. Okay. So in summary, so at the point of mint, we have in the team code, we had 4 billion tokens. In the team hot, we had 650 million tokens. Community code 3.5 billion and community hot 500 million. So allocations just refers to what were these holdings allocated for at the point of mint. Okay, the plan was 2B to team tokens, strategic, reserves, 650 is split up this way, and then 3.5 bill is split up 3 bill for the other jewelries as well as community reserves. And then at the point of mint, so we'll look at distribution, which left the wallets. So 350 mil left the wallets, out of which 250 went to the LFG launch pool, and then 50 mil went to the MM and tax fees and loans, and 50 mil was for immediate LP needs. Then of course, the 1 bill from the community hot wallet went to the airdrop. And so now let's talk about the events since the JUP launch and how we spent the.
Sorry, Dionys. I think before we go on, let's just does anyone have any questions or about about the state of JUP tokens as at launch before we start talking about what happened between January 31st and now? If you have any questions, post them in the comments on Discord. We'll be able to read them. But yeah, if nothing, just feel free to post questions whenever you have them, and then we'll revisit as well. Yeah. Okay. Sorry, go on.
Then I'll just go on. So events since the JUP launch. Let's talk about the first event. So remember we mentioned that we allocated 250 million JUP into the LFG launch pool. We actually sold 138 million, about there. And then we have unsold tokens of 111,376,934.04 JUP. And we have redrawn them out over 2 separate occasions. On the February 7th, we withdrew 90 million ish JUP. On Feb 14th, we withdrew 21-ish million JUP. And then on the March...
Sorry, Dionys, I'll just jump in with some context here. Sure. So in case you guys weren't aware, during the JUP launch in January, we used a single-sided liquidity pool. So basically, we started the pool with 100% JUP, and depending on the price of JUP, there will be a balance of JUP and USDC. So on February 7, which is 7 days after launch, we withdrew all the JUP that was still in the pool, leaving only the USDC. And this meant that we took out 19 million or so JUP from the pool. And then over the next 7 days, people then sold 21 million JUP or so into the USDC that the team left there, which then led to us withdrawing another 21 million JUP, which is why there's 2 separate withdrawals of 19 million and 21 JUP differently. Yeah.
Okay, I see some questions. How much JUP were airdropped in January? So we actually designated 1 billion JUP to be airdropped. We'll talk more about it in the next section. And then another question was define hot and cold wallet users. So if you go to this research post, you can read more about the wallets under the reference link, JUP minting and accountability. But in essence, the team code and community code are cold wallets where they for reserves, and then the hot wallets are the team hot is managed by team. hot wallets are more like for short-term token movements. Yeah. Okay, so the next part, okay, the numbering is a little bit wrong. Later we'll update. March 26th, we closed the launch pool position and withdrew accumulated JUP launch trading fees. So those were the fees that we earned from the LG pool.
Yeah, so that's like a normal like LP position. LP position generates like trading fees both in USDC and JUP. So on March 26th, we closed the entire position. We withdrew all the tokens that we need, and that included some JUP fees as well. That was generated from like trading activity. Yeah.
So this section, like what Meow mentioned earlier, so we allocated 50 mil for liquidity needs, out of which we end up only using a fraction, which is 2.3 mil JUP, leaving 47.7 mil JUP unused. Then on in March 2024, that was when we announced our funding of the JUP DAO, where 100 million JUP was transferred from the community hot multisig, as well as 10 million USDC went to the Jupiter DAO wallet. So one note about this 10 million USDC, part of it was funded from item number 4, these fees that we earned. Yeah, we fund as well as topped up by our own JUP revenue to make up this 10 million USDC. So you can click on all these links to see the transaction hashes as well as the announcements.
Yeah. So in case you didn't know about like the DAO multi-sig plan, but basically we moved 10 million USDC, 100 million JUP to a DAO like multi-sig. This is where all of the DAO proposals, such as like the working group proposals, will pay out from. And yeah, 100 million JUP is just like that's where we'll be funding our community initiatives. Yeah.
Yep. So then the next action was ASR, which I think a lot of you all might have participated in it. So out of the 100 million allocated launchpad fees, in July 2024, we distributed our first 50 million JUP. And then the next 50 million was withdrawn into our withdrawn from the Team Hot wallet to the operations wallet for this purpose. So on July 30th, so in order to make sure everything is accounted for properly, so we returned this amount of JUP, 18.9 million JUP to the Team Hot wallet. What does this include? It includes the 21,224,000 unsold JUP from the launch pool, which is, you see, item 3. Okay. And then 47.7 mil of unused liquidity needs, which is item 5 in this case. And less of the 50 million JUP that we reserved for the ASR rewards. So, if you were to take this amount plus this amount minus this amount, you will get 18 mil, and then we return it to the Team Hot wallet. So some of you might be asking, what happened to this 90 mil? Yeah, I think it was, I have not addressed that, but this 90 mil was actually returned to the Team Co wallet. I will show a table in the next section for more details. So is there anything to add for now?
Yeah, I think basically like during the last ASR came, 50 million JUP went out from the Team Hot wallet to fund ASR. So now we've moved this 50 million, we've moved the next 50 million JUP for October's ASR to our Ops wallet. So when October comes around, we'll fund the ASR airdrop from that. And we are returning the unused tokens, which is the unsold tokens on the JUP launch pool, and the unused 47.7 million from the liquidity. Are returning both of these to the Team Hot. So these three things sort of happen in one transaction, which is this item here. Yep.
Item 8 for now. Okay, so let's talk about the current state of the wallets. Okay, this diagram is a bit big. I'll make it a little bit smaller so that we can see everything. Okay, so as of 30th July, okay, so the wallet holdings of these 4 wallets are as follows. You will notice that, remember initially in the previous image, it was 4 billion. Now it's 4 billion and 90 million-ish JUP inside. And in the Team Hot, it was initially 650 million. Now it's 618.9 618-ish million. Sorry, the number of zeros, I'm still getting used to it. And then community code, 3.5 billion. It stays the same. And community hot, initially was 500 mil. Now it's 400 mil. So allocations again. So you'll notice allocations are, of course, like the plans for the tokens inside the wallet holdings. So we'll go on a bit. And then distribution. So I think this is the interesting part, right? Remember, I mentioned just now about the 90 mil that we withdrawn from the first on February 7th. We actually pushed it back into the team cold wallet. Yeah. And then under the for the team hot wallet, so remember on okay, so the team hot wallet, so this is a bit confusing because there's a lot of like in and out, like, you know, so we just need to remember, like, a negative amount means the outflow of funds. Okay, positive amount means the inflow. So you can read it like this. So TeamCo, right, had a positive inflow of 90 million tokens. Okay, so the Team Hot wallet had a negative outflow of 31 million tokens. Okay, so what made up of this outflow of 31 million tokens? How did we spend it? 100 million went to the ASR, as mentioned. 47.7 million went back into this Team Hot wallet because of the unused amount, as mentioned earlier, as well as we returned the unsold 21 million tokens, as mentioned earlier. The 21 million unsold LFG launch pool tokens all went back to this Team Hot wallet. So in Community Co, there was no changes. So it is still 3.5 bill. And then Community Hot, as mentioned, we took 100 mil out to fund the JUP down. Yeah. So is there anything to add for this table?
No, I think this table is just a summary of everything we talked about above. So
yeah,
we have to read them together and try to
Yeah. So yep, let's continue.
There's a comment about how 47% is unused. It's crazy. Like this comment I put out on stage, a screen. This is the 47% here is not the amount of tokens that were not claimed during the airdrop. They only need to cover those numbers following. But the 47.7 million here are tokens we did not use for liquidity. So what happened was that, like, we launched JUP on LFG in a way where we would bootstrap on-chain liquidity, but we kept 50 million for like liquidity needs in case you needed to sort of boost on-chain liquidity. And we ended up only needing 2.3 million out of that. So there's 47.7 million like excess JUP. Yeah. So it's not the people not claiming their airdrops. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yep. And then I think there's another question. Wait, one is it? Where is it? Is this saying 3.9 billion remaining in community funds after 1 billion Jupari was sent out? Yeah, 3.5 plus 400. Yeah, 3.9 billion. Yes. Because 1 bill was spent. Yep. Yeah, 1 bill was for airdrop and 100 mil was for the DAO. So we can go a little bit deeper into the numbers. So there's a table reference here that y'all can click in to have a look, and you will get access to this table. Yep. So I'll explain these numbers slowly. Okay. So in the team managed multisig, right? So for the 5 billion tokens managed by the team, right? 290 million-ish, 290 million-ish JUP has been distributed, while 4.7 billion JUP is reserved and stored across the team managed hot and cold multi-sigs. So how did we derive these numbers? So let's start with the distributed, right? So distributed, remember, the launch pool, we didn't sell all 250, we sold 138-ish million. And then we spent out of the NMSAX fees and loans, everything, we spent 50 million plus 2.3 million, which is 52.3 million. And then the launchpad fee, which is the ASR, we distributed 100 mil. So if you add these three together, we have 290 mil out, 290.9 mil out. Yes. And then in the reserve break.
One thing to add is that out of 290 million, there's actually 50 million JUP for the next ASR, which is in October. Yeah.
Yep. Then in terms of the reserve breakdown, so reserve breakdown means those that are back in both wallets, right? So we have broke them down into this reservation. So 550 are for liquidity needs, 500 for Mercurial stakeholders, 2 bill for the team tokens, 1.5 bill for the strategic reserve, 47.7 mil for the LP needs, which was what we mentioned earlier, that we brought it back into the reserves, the Team Hot wallet, as well as the excess unsold from the launch pool, the 111 million that was brought back in. So if you add this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 lines up, you'll get 4.709 bill. Okay, so let's do an audit. So if you were to actually click into the wallet addresses, I mean, you can click in the team code here. I can just click here, team code, and then we can click into the team hot, right? So it's quite fun to match the numbers up. So you can see 4,090,152,116, right? So team code, you have 4,090,152,116. I included the decimal point. And then the team hot, you have 618,924,818. So you can see here 618,924,818. They are all on chain. So if you add them both up together, you'll notice that we have 4.709,076. 935.53. You might say, hey, why is there $1, 1.5 JUP difference? So apparently there was a donation of 1.5 JUP by an Anon, and we tracked it down. So thank you, Anon.
Thank you for 1.5 JUP, whoever you are.
Yeah, but we do track every single JUP. Yes. So, okay. Then any questions for now or anything to add from Soju?
I think I'm good. I think just to keep reiterating is that there's a hot and cold wallet system where most of the tokens will always be stored in the cold wallet. It takes a long time to move tokens out of the cold wallets, and when we do so, the community is very aware of it. While there's tokens in the hot wallet, which is slightly easier to access, but also there for people to keep track of. So for those who are asking about hot or cold wallet split, that's the reason. And you will notice that most of the tokens are always sitting in the cold wallet.
I think there was a question about tokenomics. So for those who want to read more about tokenomics, can go back to the here. Scroll back up into this article, so you can read the Jupiter plan, which is Mel's tweets, as well as the JUP minting and accountability forum post. Yep. So let me go on. Yes, community multi-sig token breakdown. So let's talk about this. So for the 5 billion community tokens, 1.1 bill has been distributed for the initial airdrop and DAO, as mentioned. Then 3.9 JUP is reserved for the subsequent Jupiteries, community needs, and reserves. So one thing to note about the initial 1 billion airdrop, right? So remember we have this compromised wallets, compromised cats thing. So where we actually reserved 33 million 33 million-ish JUP on behalf of the wallets, out of which only 3.8 mil and 28,300 have been distributed. And then out of the, if you take 1 billion minus 33 million-ish, you will get this 966,828,100 tokens. There are some also which are unclaimed, right? We'll all claw them back after the claim window has ended. I'll talk more about it later. Yep. So, but let's check the numbers first. So you can see initial balance, distributed 1.1 bill, reserve 3.9. How 1 bill came about is 1 bill from first Jupiter at the 100 mil from the DAO. Then the 3.9, how is it distributed, right? The reserve breakdown. So community needs 400 mil, subsequent Jupiteries 3 bill, and community reserves 500 mil. So again, here you add them up, becomes 3.9 bill. So if you were to look at the wallets again, let's click on them together. So you can see in the cold wallet, we have 3.5 bill. In the hot wallet, we have 400 million JUP. So 3.5 bill plus 400 million JUP is 3.9 bill. So which matches what has been in our reserve breakdown. Any questions or anything to add so far?
I think for the community side, like the team side has a lot of movements for like liquidity and like launch pool and all that. For community, like most of the movements are really like the airdrop. So one of the most important thing for the airdrop is that like, okay, we wanted to airdrop 1 billion tokens upfront. Then some people requested the actions to be withheld because the rewards were compromised and things like that, which led to 33 million being reserved. And then we airdropped with a 6-month claim window, which is actually ending in a few more hours, in 12 hours or so. So if you haven't claimed your airdrop, please go and claim your airdrops now. But basically, in a few more hours, we will claw back all the unclaimed tokens, whether it is the unclaimed tokens from the main airdrop that happened on 31st January, or from the subsequent follow-up smaller airdrop for compromised wallets. And these tokens will then be combined and then sent back to the community multi-sig. Yeah.
Okay, so the next steps, as what Soja has mentioned, right? So we'll claw back the unclaimed JUP from Jupari. That means this portion, this unclaimed one of the 966 mil, and then if you take 33 mil for the compromised wallet minus this 3.8 mil and this 28k, those unclaimed portion of the compromised wallet will all be returned to the community multi-sig. So that will be the next step.
Yeah, and we will update the exact numbers because like the numbers might change as people claim their airdrops now. So we will probably compile an update on this forum post when the transaction is done in a few more days.
Okay. So So in summary, keynotes. No tokens were sold outside the initial launch pool. So out of 250 million tokens, 138 million-ish JUP were sold, leaving 111-ish JUP unsold. So all dollar JUP is accounted for with exactly this amount, 4.7-ish bill JUP in the multi-sigs managed by the team, and 3.9 billion JUP in the community multi-sigs. Then of the 50 million tokens reserved for liquidity needs, we only use 2.5 mil. So anyone can easily verify the results of this audit by reviewing the numbers across the 4 multi-sigs. And this, we'll be sharing this forum link for everybody to look at. Also note that there's some numbering formatting issues. So some parts here, the numbering might change a little. That's all from my end. Soju, anything to add?
I'm good. Just want to hear everyone ask more questions. If anyone has any areas that we can explain more in detail, we're happy to do so. I'm also looking at the chat in Discord where people are talking about this there as well.
It's a mouthful to read the number of
each is
the best.
Drinking game of you saying each. But yeah, I mean, we're new to doing these audits. We want to do this more regularly as well, like every 6 months or every year or so, to keep the community involved in this process. But yeah, I think there's a question about like, will we burn any JUP at any stage? I think like one we are doing this right now because we are about to start a series of proposals over the next few weeks, such as the supply reduction proposal this week and the Jupari and ASI proposals. And we want the community to be like very informed on like how many tokens exactly are there, where are they, what are they marked for, as we start to prompt these discussions and votes. So stay tuned.
Yep. I think ish is like the new meme.
Hey, Mel.
So over here, right? Over here, I want to emphasize the often asked does a 3 billion JUP burn come from a community wallet? So 50-50, right? It's very simple, 50-50. Okay, Ken? So 1.5 billion from the team wallet. If the vote pass, okay, if the vote pass, there will be 1.5 billion from community wallet, 1.5 billion from the team wallet. Ken? All right, so that's how it works. 50-50. Okay, yep. And we go from there.
Yeah, that's very important. JM. whoever is running the channel is clearly an alcoholic. I mean, do you need to please refer to my name?
That's very funny. Yeah. Shuju is totally alcoholic. Okay, I don't know where. I don't know why you even asked a question. I mean, why do you think he calls Shuju? Okay, I mean, like seriously, it's like people asking, what is your question? Meow. Isn't it obvious I'm a cat?
The cat.
Right, right? And we are not a very complicated team. We're a very simple team. Okay, like like I'm a cat. He's an alcoholic, and she's a mom. Okay, it's not very complicated. Okay? Yeah. Anyway, I think certainly we actually want to. No, it's not a shower. It is it's a rope. Yeah. Anyway, but the things that we certainly want to actually because one thing that actually is part of the thing we're trying to do now is that what we think is that very often, right, is that if the tokens are not tracked from the point of mint, right? Suju and Dionis, I mean, I think we were very thorough already, right? But has it been complicated trying to reconcile everything?
Yeah.
Oh, definitely.
I'm actually quite surprised. I'm like, holy shit! Even though we're actually very thorough already and we track everything so clearly and stuff, it's actually very complicated. I was like, holy shit! If you don't actually track these things carefully from the start and do this careful audit, right? And you after 1 year, forget it, man. It's gonna be really fucking hard to reconcile, right? I mean that's the reason why we want to actually do this early. Yeah. No. So anyway, so this call is not about jubilary. This call is not about token burn. Okay, this call is about account auditing. Okay, as I said, it's a very boring call. Okay, right? That's meant to show you kind of like how we essentially we said that we explain exactly kind of like what's news or what, since Genesis. Yeah. For example, and also it also showed that, for example, there's no we didn't do any OTC deals, we didn't do any side deals and stuff, right? And it's part of the process. Yep.
Yep. So like key summary, as you can see on the screen, LLG pool 250 million tokens. We have some tokens left unsold. There's still 4.7 billion in the multi-seeds managed by the team. There's 3.9 billion in the multi-seeds managed by like the community multi-seed. And yeah, and we only use 2.3 million out of 50 tokens reserved for liquidity needs. I think the other crucial thing is that like we will talk about the airdrop leftovers and stuff like again. I think on Thursday or Friday after we completed the transactions, we'll add a follow-up post. And we really hope that like this gives everyone a very clear idea.
Do you think that the unclaimed thing can be a DAO vote, or is that too much?
As in what to do with it?
Yeah, I don't know. Could be fun. Oh no.
Could be fun. Well, it dies. If you heard it from the cat himself, like if you guys want to like do another DAO vote, what to do with the remaining unclaimed tokens, please let us know. And for now, me and DJ Mom will do the math on how many tokens are there, and we'll report back to the DAO.
Yeah. Okay.
But yeah, just hope that this sort of like gives everyone a clear picture of like how many tokens are there, where are they, what are they going to be used for, and then we can kickstart all these exciting discussions over the next few weeks.
We are planning every 6 months for this.
This call is not for the token reduction thing, right? But I want to be clear, right? So basically, 30% is going to be deducted from both. Again, 50-50, right? 50% of the tokens are managed for community, and 50% managed for team, right? So basically, of the tokens that are already allocated to a team and stuff, we will actually cut 30%, right? But the actual cut will be like 1.5 billion from the community part. 5 billion from the team managed part. Yeah. But no worries, we actually cover those things in detail in the token supply proposal, right? Which will be live on Thursday. Yeah. So we'll give an overview on tomorrow. We'll give an overview of the token reduction vote tomorrow at the plenary call, and then and the full proposal will be up on Thursday. Yeah. next day for the vote. Yeah.
Sounds good. Sounds good. Any last questions, anyone? Or Mel, want to end it off?
No, I just think that I just think that I think this first time we're doing it. So thanks everyone for I know I'm stumbling a lot. And big thanks to Shuju and Jianman for like really tracking everything very clearly. Yeah. And I think that's how I would say. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think we're quite happy with the positive reception. So you came forward to doing this all over again.
Yeah, I do actually think that we should do this every 6 months. I think every quarterly sounds a bit redundant, but I think 6 months sounds good. Yeah, cool. All right.
Yep.
Cool. Awesome. Hey, I think what I need to do is to just post just do a proper tweet focus on the thing. Suju, let's get and then we can get a video out as well. You know, but John, let's just get the team the TLD out first. Okay.
Yeah.
Thanks.
So
Okay,
thanks
cool.
everyone.
All right, thanks, guys. It's funny. There's an alcoholic. There's a alcoholic cat, alcoholic, and mom.
Mommy.
Thanks everybody.
Right.
I will post a summary of this call and I also link to the recording for this. So if you want to like chat back, read the forum post, read the summary, or watch the video recording again, send it to your friend. So that's all on everybody. Just chat.
We should probably do a TLDR like now, I guess.
Yeah, I'm going to strip it now. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Okay. Bye. Token reduction proposal is on the vote. The proposal and vote will be on both on Thursday. Yeah. Okay. Yep. And yes, we're gonna break point. Yeah, the whole team will be here. Come say hi. Okay. Yep.
Peace.
Thanks, guys. Bye. Love you guys. Bye. Thank you.
Bye.
Bye. Bye.